Good evening, guys. Welcome back. Good, beautiful evening. Oh, no, sorry. Good, beautiful Friday evening, guys. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hey, Adam G, your online Queen's Traditional Talk Show. Guys, with only 3 weeks left, the Binibining Pilipinas fever keeps on raging on. And right now, I have one of its candidates gracing my platform tonight. You know what, guys? This candidate has been exciting many pageant fans for her striking beauty and superb communication skills. So, hindi ko na patatagalin pa. Here she is. Please say hello to Binibining Pilipinas 2022 candidate from Cainta Rizal, Miss Stacey Gabriel. Hi, Stacey.
Hi. Hi, everybody. Hi, Adam.
Hello, Stacy. Hello. Kamusta?
Hello. Hi, Jaguar.
Finally!
Hi, St. Calvin. Hi, everybody. Adam, thank you
Thank-
so much for having me.
Yes, you know what? You know what, guys? I've been wanting to have an interview with her since April, May. Pero finally, it's pushing through. You know, so many things happened between April and this month that it's only now that it is pushing through. But thank you so much. I initially wanted to do a Tony Talks type of interview with her, but with so many things that happened between April and July. You know, naman, guys, that I went to the States and came back to do a lot of Binibini coverage. There wasn't so much time anymore to organize a La Tony Talks type of studio interview with this striking, beautiful woman talaga. Hello, hello there again, Stacy.
Hello. Thank you for giving me space on your platform. I'm so honored. My dogs are going crazy. They're excited for the interview, too. I don't know if you can hear
What
that.
are their names? Sige nga, can you show them if you can carry them
Vini!
over there?
He's running around in circles, but his name is Vini, which means wine in Italian.
Ah,
So
how many pets do you have there in your house?
we have two dogs right now.
Oh,
We have a puppy and a senior dog. So the dynamic is really fun. The puppy annoys the senior dog, and the senior dog just scoffs and ignores him.
I didn't know that you are a pet lover. But anyway, as I've said, guys, you know what? The reason why I really wanted to do this interview is because I've been smitten, impressed by this woman's communication skills ever since we got most of us pageant pressers got to attend the final screening of Binibining Pilipinas. Grabe, talagang she speaks like talagang she speaks like wow, 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 wow. Alam mo yun, one after the other na parang oh my god, we're so blown away. So that's why finally thank you so much for gracing this interview. So, with only 3 weeks left before the big day, how are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling rather overwhelmed. I'm not going to lie. When July hit, it just felt life is going a mile a minute right now, which is equal parts exciting and nerve wracking because I feel like there's so much to do and so little time still. But this could be a once in a lifetime opportunity. So I'm focusing on delighting in every moment of this experience. Because even today I was with my sisters and we were all pretty fatigued, we were all uh pretty tired, right? And we were all just sort of
Sunod,
opo, sunod-sunod talaga. So talagang kanina
sunod na yung mga events niyo.
sobra. Hawak kamay na lang po kami kanina talagang laban natin to. And I was looking, around the room and around the bus, and I thought, one day we're not going to be with each other every single day anymore. One day soon, us 40 girls won't be together day in and day out, and that really breaks my heart to think about. It breaks my heart. So I'm just trying to stay present in the moment, trying to savor every opportunity with my sisters because it's been a truly life-changing experience.
Wow, I'm glad that you have that kind of attitude. Kasi yung
You
iba nga, like you said, nafa-fatigue na, 'di ba? Na parang, okay, they couldn't handle the stress. Especially now, alam mo ako, I've been covering a lot of pageants. And I notice ha, I don't know if you've noticed this, pero ako napapansin ko, as soon as malapit na yung mga pageants, the girls start to act up like a bit.
packed up.
Yeah, kasi nga malapit na, so parang nandun na yung anxiety, yung stress, yung
Sure.
adrenaline, all those sorts of emotions. Kasi syempre parang malapit na crunch time na, parang you guys can no longer play niceties with everyone else kasi parang the gloves are finally off. Parang your claws, parang feeling ko pag malapit na yung coronation night, the claws are starting to come out.
You
Nagiging
said
bitchy
the
na yung
gloves
mga
are off.
tao.
You said the gloves are off, and my dog started like pouncing, like fighting, like just at each other. It's hilarious, right on cue. You know what? I have not had that experience. Luckily, everyone at this point, we are tired, of course. We're only human, but everyone is very laid back, very bonded, very uh, uh, warm and connected. And I haven't had that experience, but we'll see. This is my first ever pageant, and I've never experienced sort of the days leading up. You know, the surmounting, or if I'm saying the right, brain fart, the immense pressure that comes with coronation night. You know, coming closer and closer. So we'll see. But this is a great group of girls. Everyone is so lovely.
I think you're handling it pretty well. I mean, judging your from the showmanship and performances that you have been, giving to us, especially after what you have just shown to us a few days ago during the press presentation, right? So here it is.
Oh
How
my
do you
god.
feel about the positive feedback that a lot of people are
Goodness.
sharing about you during your turn at this most crucial activity of the pageant? Remember?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm so honored. Nakakataba po ng puso lahat ng suporta, all the lovely messages I've received. Of course, we were all very nervous leading up to that day. But, you know, luckily, as I was, again, let me just rave about my sisters once more. Before I stepped onto the stage, I had at least a dozen girls come up to me, give me a hug, kind of shake me and go, "You got this, you know, Laban, God bless you." Chelsea Fernandez told me, "God bless you," right before I went out. And that just warmed my heart. And, you know, I just felt that the pressure sort of melt away, because I could see women, strong, accomplished, beautiful women. I was surrounded by them, and I could see that they wanted me to succeed. And that meant everything to me in that moment. And I'm so grateful, and just to my team, to my pasarela coach, Coach Louis, who transformed my walk in 2.5 months, or 3 months has it been. You know, I could not be happier. Of course, there's still room for improvement. I watched it actually multiple times. I don't like to watch myself. Back when I was acting, I almost never watched myself. It makes me cringe. But this time I knew I had to, because I had to spot the exact, you know, moments and bits that I wanted to sharpen. But I just am so thrilled. And thank you so much for sharing my video and for being so kind. Nakakatuwa po talaga.
Yeah, you're in everyone's list of those performers who really did well in that crucial activity. So
Salamat.
I wonder, since you're always the first girl to come out in every event, does that give you some sort of pressure na since, oh my God, I'm the first girl to open the show? Parang does that give you additional pressure to really do well? So curious ako dun eh, especially first girl to come out. Ang hirap nun ah. Parang it's like you're setting the bar for everyone to follow.
Yeah, if anything, it doesn't, it's not added pressure as it is added excitement. I just am so thrilled. It's such a delight to be Binibining One, and to sort of set the energy and pave
The
the way,
tone.
lead the exodus, pave the way for the 39 other beautiful women that are going to follow. It's so exciting. I've really loved my time as Binibining One, and again, this could potentially be once in a lifetime. So I'm leaning into the pressure and I'm using it to my advantage, I'd like to think.
Great mindset. Wait, before we proceed with our interview, ang dami nagko-comment. So let's engage some of them. Ang dami
Yeah.
nila. Wait, let's try to read some of them here while um wait, I couldn't read. I clicked something. Ayan, there.
Jackie. Hi, Jackie.
From Zaire Lance, sorry, I'm jumping every now and then kasi ang dami ninyo. I couldn't keep up with every comment. But here's one. Yeah, guys, alam mo, kanina we're waiting for you. I was watching some of your content on your YouTube channel. Sayang, hindi
Oh,
mo na
I'm
siya
so,
kino-continue.
I know. I'm
The
sorry.
last, yeah, the last entry was 10 months ago pa. Parang sayang. Yeah. You have the knack for it. Sayang, di mo tinutuloy. Especially now that you're in Binibini. You should be vlogging about every experience that you're having every day there.
Thank you so much. Let me put that on my list of things to accomplish before the 31st is at least one Binibini vlog for you all. I'm sure my
Yeah.
sister will be a part of that
Kasi
too.
si Ana, nung,
Yeah.
were you there nung Art in Island
Yeah. Yeah.
exhibit
Yeah, she went
tour? She brought her hand cam with her. Pero she told us, okay, I won't be a candidate for today. I'll just I'll just relax and take a lot of footage for this event. So parang sabi ko sayang to si Stacey because now that you're a Binibining Pilipinas candidate, you're supposed to be taking advantage of it, your popularity, the growing number of fans that you're having by the day. So alam mo yun, sabi ko sayang yung
that's brilliant.
opportunity.
Yes, that's a brilliant idea. Thank you for that. You've sparked a fire in my belly, and I will pursue that idea for sure.
Kasi dito, tingnan mo, sabi ni Zaire, pinanood ko yung vlog niya for her 24th birthday. Yeah, I'm gonna be asking some questions about it. And I love her advice na, you're not for everybody, but you are for somebody. Isa sa mga advice na tamaan ako kasi I struggle with that. Ano to? Love advice ba
Oh,
to?
Sire, oh, that's wonderful that you connected with that resonated with you. When I made that video and when I said that statement, it wasn't pertaining to a romantic experience for me, but if it pertains to a romantic experience for some of you, then that's wonderful that hit you, that hit close to home and that hopefully inspired you and lifted your spirits. But for me, it was more so, it connected more so with my starting a YouTube channel, putting myself out there. At the time, I was already contemplating pageantry. So, of course, being an anxious kid, I was running through the million things that people could say, that the doubts just came flooding in. And I would tell myself exactly that. You're not for everybody, but you are for somebody. And I love it's actually very much in line with what Lady Gaga says, right? If there are 100 people in the room and 99 don't believe in you, but one person does, that's enough.
That's still enough. Yeah.
That's enough. Exactly.
Yeah. Totoo yun, totoo yun. Actually, kahit hindi pa yung isang tao I think more than, looking for that one person or one person to believe in you, I think your biggest fan should start within yourself first before
Amen.
you expect everyone else to follow suit and
Yes.
believe
Amen.
in you. Yeah. Right. So, and then there's another one comment. Thank you, Zaire Lance, for sharing that. Oh, yeah, tignan mo.
Thank you
May
so much,
nanonood ng
guys.
ano mo. May nanonood na YouTube channel mo. Tignan mo. Ako rin as I was researching more about you, may YouTube channel pala siya. Kaya lang inactive na siya. Sayang naman.
Zaire Lance,
Yeah.
salamat sa pagnood at pagsuporta. Nakakataba ng puso. Akala ko na ano na siya, na nabaon na siya sa just the world of YouTube. I thought it was like collecting dust in the
No, especially me, as I know dig up more about you, it comes very handy with us. Oh, she's close with her mom. Oh, she ano pala, she loves to bake vegan cookies. That's what else. 'Di ba? Wait, naku, feeling ko talaga mag-extend tayo ng 1 hour. Chikahan mode na tayo talaga dito. Hindi na parang formal type of Q&A. From Carlo, there's another question here. Hi po, you are a Miss Intercontinental material for me.
Oh,
Talagang
God.
specific siya sa'yo ha. Miss Intercontinental. What crown ba are you aiming to win?
coincidentally, I'm aiming for Intercontinental. So thank you, Carlo.
Oh, why? Was it about Miss Intercontinental that caught your attention, considering that you're just you're a pageant newbie?
Right. It's an organization with uh, my mom is watching us. My mom is watching our live stream. So I
Hi, Auntie.
in front of you. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Adam.
You know,
Hello
it's
po.
an almost 50-year-old organization that it's got a history of amplifying impactful women's voices. And I very much resonate with that. I immediately gravitated towards what their organization stands for. And Queen Cindy, did us so proud last year, and I could follow in her footsteps. And if I could follow suit and even come close to how proud she made us all, that would just be the most tremendous honor of my life.
Oh no, alam mo, especially with, I'm glad that you mentioned Cindy's win. Kasi ako rin eh, I feel like Miss Intercontinental is really evolving to be
Mm,
such a better pageant now. I used to think that the pageant was all about physicality, but with Cindy's win last year, it totally changed everything. So alam mo yon, parang wow, I never thought that pageants can really evolve in the most unexpected ways. Tayo pa
absolutely,
yung nag-benefit, 'di ba? So a lot
absolutely.
of people are really commenting so much about your beauty. Sabi nila, oh, Pineapple Ognams is saying she looks like Valeria Ayos, the Colombian candidate from Miss Universe last year who eventually made it to top five. And then she truly deserves the crown, Miss Intercontinental. I hope mag-vlog siya ulit. Um, I love her advice there. It really inspires me. Yeah,
Thank you,
bagay na
Zach.
bagay talaga sa kanya yung Miss Intercontinental crown. So, alam mo yun. Pero alam mo, I'm so glad that you're getting the hang of it. Pero kanina nga, while I was waiting for you and I was doing a lot of research about your life, I stumbled upon an interview that you did with a showbiz site like before the pandemic. I think this was around 2018. And you said there that joining beauty pageants is the farthest thing from your mind that
Yeah.
time. So parang what changed within those 4 years, considering that you've been saying that, because yeah, we've known you as an actress and a model, diba? Especially with your last project, ang Probinsyano. So
Yes.
what changed? Paano nagbago ang ihip ng hangin?
That's hilarious. I love that you brought that up because I don't even remember. And now I remember doing that interview. But yes, they asked me if I wanted to become a beauty queen, considering that I believe I was working with beauty queens at the time. But so the story goes, all my life I've been a pageant fan. About 5 years ago, I was fortunate enough to become a part of a project on ABS-CBN called La Luna Sangre. At doon po, isa po akong vampira at kasama ko doon si Bea Rose Santiago at si MJ Lastimosa.
Ah.
So, of course, being with these two awe-inspiring women, of course, our Miss International and our Miss Universe Philippines, they were the first two people in the industry who planted that seed in my mind of, you know what, I was a baby. I was 19 then. But they said, you know what? We see it in you. You could potentially pursue pageantry. And so that was the first time, that was my first really real encounter with a queen telling me we see it. So fast forward, again, that was in the back of my mind. And of course, every Miss Universe season, every Miss International season, Binibining season, that would resurface in my mind. I think, should I? Mom, what do you think? Should I? But as I mentioned, acting is my big love. So I was determined to make an impact in this space, as an actor. And I was determined to start from the bottom. I would take extra roles. Yung tipong dadaanan lang po ako ng camera ng isang beses pero 13 hours akong nasa set na naghihintay, nakatenga, nakatayo. As in talagang gusto ko po, because my mom taught me from a young age, nothing worth having comes easy. And so in my mind, if I want longevity, if I want a long lasting career, I have to climb the ladder organically, so that when I do you know, have the accolades and the achievements, I wouldn't take it for granted. That was just my mindset. But again, the pandemic hit, of course, and that upended our lives. And the pandemic, it held a mirror against humanity, and I couldn't leave the house. I had to sit in silence, and face my trauma, and reevaluate, redefine what happiness means to me. And at the end of that self reflection, I realized that if I could spend the entirety of my life just acting and advocating, that would be enough. I don't need fame. I don't need staggering amounts of money. I just want to act, connect with people, empathize with people, and advocate. Become or uplift voices of communities who are being silenced. When it dawned on me that pageantry is essentially acting meets advocacy, I was immediately electrified to dip my toes into the beauty pageant waters. And one last thing before I wrap this up. So that led me to where I am now, obviously, that realization. And also, Ate Isa Mulak, who's our Reina Hispano-Americana Filipina,
Yeah. Yeah.
is
How is she?
she's wonderful, incredible.
I miss
She's
her.
I know, me too. I haven't seen her in a bit, but she's a big sister to me. And they visited me during the pandemic, and they joked, actually, di kami pumunta para mag-pageant. Andito kami para hikayatin kang mag-pageantry. So, so when they said that, and I was already on the road towards mental healing, emotional healing, that was when I seriously considered going into pageantry, which leads us to
So we have to thank the pandemic
I
for
guess
making your mind change about pageantry.
it's a silver lining, if I can say so myself. If that phrase isn't trademarked yet, can we say that, Queen Cat? Can we say
Yeah.
silver lining?
Wait, before we proceed, there's an interesting question here. Para lang just to accommodate him, pero I really still want to get with the flow of the interview. So, and I think this is the perfect time to ask this question before we move on to other things. From Grotesque 89, can we ask Stacey on her background, about her background, her race and school background? Did you grow up abroad pa? Kasi di ba, like right when you speak talaga, you have an accent and you really have a good grasp of the English language. So I wonder, tapos parang Gabriel pa yung surname mo. So are you biracial? Everyone is interested to know
No,
about that.
I did not grow up abroad. Dito po ako lumaki. Dito po ako pinanganak. Sa isang student maternity ward sa UST. To be specific. My mom had me in university, and we've been inseparable ever since. I grew up in the Philippines, and the reason I have this accent or this face or whatever is my dad is of Spanish descent. My great grandparents moved to the Philippines from Navarra, the Basque region, in, is it the 1800s? Yeah. I guess a swirly. My mom also has Portuguese and Chinese blood. So I'm a swirly. I'm a mix of a lot of different things. What else? School background. I went to Faith Academy for high school in Antipolo. And for university, I went to DLSU and took a leave of absence to pursue my acting career. But one day I would love to earn that degree and to go back to school too.
How did you get that passion for acting? Kasi kunento mo kanina, di ba, about your childhood dream of becoming a beauty queen. Now that, kasi this is such a huge thing for you to quit school to pursue one of your greatest passions in life, which is acting. So,
Yeah.
at what age did you learn that you really at what age did you discover your love for acting?
Nako, acting is one of my first memories. So talagang siguro po talaga nasa dugo. You know what? I okay, so my first memory in life is nag-aalsa balutan ako kunyari, nagdadrama ako na maglalayas na ako ng bahay. I I I took my Winnie the Pooh duffel bag. Kasi po napanood ko sa Mara Clara, nag-aalsa balutan na siya. So after ko mag teleserye to, nag-marathon ng Maria Clara, pinagalitan ako ni mama. Tapos nag-alsabalutan ako kuno. I took my Winnie
Nag-away
the
kasi kayo.
Opo, opo. And then filled it with like with children's books. So I had Tarzan, I had the Jungle Book, I had Beauty and the Beast. It's like, girl, what are you gonna do with these books when you pag naglayas ka? And so that's my first ever vivid memory from my childhood. So I've always leaned into the craft. I've always been so interested and so passionate about filmmaking and the art of acting. You know, how do they summon those tears, and how does the joy look so genuine and you know, so organic? And I was a theater kid growing up. My mom, even though we could barely make ends meet, it was a struggle financially for many years. She ensured that she had a budget to send me to acting class because she knew that would make me a more compassionate human being. So I'm grateful to my mom for supporting that passion.
Wow, for you to have a mom like that who's very supportive. Kasi usually sasabihin sa'yo, "O hindi, mag-aral ka muna. Tapusin mo
Yeah.
muna yung college degree mo bago mo atupagin yung mga gusto mong mangyari." Di ba that's usually the tack, the normal line of our moms who would really, sermon us about what we want to do in our lives,
Yes.
especially when we grow older. Nice, no? Nakakatuwa si mommy mo. Alam mo, I was watching your vlog, no? Parang feeling ko mag-ate lang talaga kayo ng nanay mo. Kasi look at her. She's so, parang feeling ko, magkaedad lang kayo, oh. Look, oh, how she's so young. And she seems to be fun with. Oh,
Oh, Adam, she is a riot. She is the life of the party. She's a social butterfly. Everyone is drawn to her, gravitate towards her. If you want to have a good time at any event, come be with my mom. Like, come sit with my mom. Yeah.
so ano sabi niya sa'yo nung sinabi mo, masali ako ng Binibining Pilipinas?
Sinabi niya po sa akin, syempre, because my mom, syempre po si mama, talagang, she had a front seat to my mental health journey, my breakdown, the highs and lows, the depths of depression, the height of OCD. She had a front row seat to that. So of course, when I told her, I think I want to do this, she sat me down and said, kailangan talaga anak buong buong loob mo. Because, you know, she knows me. I can never do anything half-hearted. But at the same time, if I am sort of hindered by my anxiety, my OCD, you know, she doesn't want to watch her daughter's heart get broken, you know, and get shattered by this experience. So we prayed on it, we reflected on it for a very long time, for a year. We reflected on it for a year. And finally, in March of this year, we looked at each other, we saw my progress in therapy with medication, and we knew it was time, as well with the help of my psychiatrist. Of course, he gave us the vote of confidence too, to pursue pageantry, because he could see that I was emotionally and mentally capable.
Yeah, at 24 years old. Yeah. So now that you're dipping your toes in pageantry, I'm curious to ask, which is harder to do? Acting, memorizing your lines in your script, or preparing or training for a pageant like Binibining Pilipinas?
Ah, I gotta say pageantry. At halos
Imagine.
naranasan ko na po lahat, there were days on set where we would be there for 28, 29 hours nonstop, and so I've been through most everything in showbiz, and I gotta say pageantry is more challenging because, in acting, I am a vessel for another person's story. I am an instrument for a character's journey, and I have to completely erase myself, because to make way for that character's emotions. Whereas in pageantry, I have to be completely myself, which is so frightening. Because, when I act, in acting, if they say, nakakainis tong babaeng to, epal tong babaeng to, I know that I'm hiding behind a character. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
In pageantry, if they say, nakakainis tong babaeng to, epal tong babaeng to,
They're
ako po,
talking about the real you.
yeah, ako po talaga ito. Pagkatao ko po ang pinag-uusapan nila. So, it's very difficult, definitely. But I think you can see it in my smile, in my eyes, that I'm having the time of my life. I am having so much fun, so much fun. And I already, no matter what happens on July 31st, I already feel like a winner. Because, Adam, there was a time when I couldn't even leave the house. I physically could not leave the house. I could not bring myself to to make one step out my front door because I was so crippled by anxiety. So the fact that I'm able to put myself out there, to bet on myself, to allow myself to shine, and to be in a room of 39 gorgeous women and not feel small and not feel less than is a triumph. It's a victory for me. It's a victory in my mental health journey. So I already feel so great. I already feel like I've won.
Alam mo, as I listen to you, you know who you remind me so much of right now?
Uh-huh.
Emmanuel Vera last year. Kasi you and
Ah,
her
yes,
were
yes,
from showbiz before joining pageantry. And
yes,
siya rin, nung kinukwento niya sa audition din, yung struggles din niya, how she survived pandemic, having no jobs for the past 2 years.
yes,
Sabi niya, I survived by baking cookies, by
yeah,
selling them. Alam mo yun? Tapos, at some point, every time I hear you speak, you kind of remind me of her. So alam mo yun, yung parang,
oh,
alam mo yun, so parang wala siyang difficult, parang katulad niya. I don't know if I know she had difficulty with her transition to pageantry because of her catwalk skills. Pero ikaw ba, it seems like parang since the start of this interview, it seemed that you didn't have a hard time transitioning from being an actress to
right,
becoming a beauty queen.
right. I wouldn't say I had a hard time, no, because I have an awesome support system who really gave me sort of the lowdown. They gave me the A to Z before I even started. So at the ISA, like I mentioned, Alisa Mulak gave me the lowdown. Bero Santiago is a big sister to me. She's a mentor. And she also gave me such pearls of wisdom that I'll forever, forever cherish. So I wasn't shocked. I wasn't culture shocked by the world of pageantry. If anything, my acting background was an advantage because I'm not I'm not so phased by the camera.
Yeah, that's what's
Yeah. Stacey, the anxious Stacey would much rather just stay in bed and cuddle and watch Netflix all day. But the actress wants to step out. She wants to be seen. She wants to be in the spotlight. And so I'm able to draw from my actress persona, my actress heart on this journey, which has been so beneficial for me.
So, what lessons from your from showbiz or in your entertainment career that you find very applicable now that you're joining Binibini?
Right. Oh, a ton, a ton. It's you've got to have immense grit.
Grit.
You have to want it. You have to want it. Um it's one of those things where I always tell myself I didn't come this far to only come this far. When I feel low, when I feel overwhelmed, when I feel exhausted, I tell myself, this is not only a competition of beauty and pasarela and presence, it's also a competition of grit, of heart. You know, you've got to get to that finish line with 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 your heart burning for this endeavor, you know. I That's what I'm sort of I'm now, again, this was around that time, that home stretch where it's getting harder and harder to wake up because you're glued to your pillow, you're glued to the bed. But you know, I tell myself, you've this journey, you know, this too shall come to pass, and you don't want to get to the end and have regrets. So bring that unbreakable spirit, bring that grit, bring that courage, bring that passion to every event, and continue to focus on yourself. Don't look left and right. That also I learned in acting is, you know, comparison will kill you. Comparison will kill you. So don't look left and right. Only look center. Only look to your core. I'm competing with myself from yesterday. You know, it's me against me. So that's another one of those showbiz lessons that I carry in my heart. Because if I, you know, if I was asked this too the other day, who are the women who you think are stiff competition? And I said, and I mean this wholeheartedly, genuinely, I don't see any of them as competition. I see them as inspiration. So CJ Opiaza, I see as inspiration. She is so powerful and fiery on stage, and I want to learn from her. You know, Chelsea is so regal, so queenly. I want to learn from her. Grazie is so poised, so elegant. I want to learn from her. So it's one of those things, too. So it's definitely, I took forever to answer your question, but it's that unbreakable spirit, and it's never comparing myself to anyone else but myself.
So do you think being a celebrity is serving you a great advantage here in Binibini?
You know, I don't identify as a celebrity. That's so weird.
No, you're a celebrity. You're an actress. You're a contract artist of Viva. You're seen in events. Of course, we're going to consider you as a celebrity.
Oh my goodness, you're too kind. But yes, definitely, because it was training in connecting with people from all walks of life. You know, all walks of life, all stories, all backgrounds, all perspectives. I'm able to hold my own in any room and able to take my space in any room because I've been in so many rooms with, you know, intimidating people and not so nice people, critical people, and I've been able to hold my own in those rooms. And so I'm way less sort of, hindi na po ako dinadaga. Does that, you know, it's one of those things
Makes
where,
sense. Yeah.
yeah, hindi na pag, you know, when I'm in a room of like bosses and people who literally hold my future in their hands, I'm no longer rattled. I'm not rattled because I've been in those situations. I've been in those rooms and I've survived, you know.
That's nice to hear. So there's a question here. Yeah, you've said that you find inspiration among your co-candidates like Justina. Ayush is also asking which Filipina queen also inspires you the most to join pageantry. You answered this right now, di ba? Si Nabea, si
Yeah, MJ, who I'm so lucky to consider friends and who are big sisters to me, mentors, and Isa Mulaka, of course. And of course, oh my goodness, Pia, Catriona, incredible queens. I mean, woo, they
yeah.
said they're incredible.
Alam mo, you're such a character talaga as an interviewee. Grabe. You know, you're full of life, you're full of joy. Parang you really have this fun and great personality. So, nung nagre-research nga ako sa'yo, I downloaded some clips from
Ah,
your probinsyano. But I can't imagine you holding a gun
I know, right?
or
Oh
or
my,
even crying like this, crying
I
hard like
know.
this. I
Oh
know,
my
but
goodness.
you're always such a jolly face every time I see you in coverages. Tapos parang to see you like this, crying. Parang parang ang galing mo naman how to, where do
Uy,
you draw
salamat.
these emotions, these sad emotions to be able to come up with these fiery performances on TV?
Oh my goodness, maraming salamat, Adam. You know, I I, I always say my personal life is a much more calm, serene space when I'm on a project, when I'm attached to a project, because I can release all of my sadness, all of my anxiety, all of my pain, all of my anger into that character. So I'm much more, relaxed in my personal life. And I draw from my own experiences. Obviously, iba po ang iyak ng namatayan ng lola sa iyak ng police woman na-abduct, na na-kidnap. Obviously, I've never been in that position before in my own life. But I draw from particular traumatizing, sad, disheartening, hopeless moments in my life, and then I translate it to fit the character, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I can fully understand. So I'm curious to ask, what are those traumatizing, sad moments in your life? Does it pertain with your OCD days, or that phase of your life where you underwent anxiety or depression? Can you share more about it?
Absolutely. Yes, of course, of course. OCD, anxiety, very paralyzing. It stifled my spirit. But also, lahat naman po tayo merong dinadalang bubog. Di ba po? Bubog from our
Yes,
childhood.
bubog. Acting
Yeah.
term yan, ah. Draw
Yeah.
from your bubog. You know
Yeah.
what, Stacy? You know why I know that? Because once upon a time in my life, I also wanted to become an actor, to be in front of the camera. So I attended a workshop in ABS-CBN mentored by Sir Ryan Carlos. So that's where I got all those terms.
Oh my, iconic. That's so
Yeah.
cool. He's
So
so cool.
yes, as you were saying, your bubog
Yes,
comes
syempre po,
from.
lahat po tayo merong dinadalang bubog. So, I draw from those experiences, and while I've definitely put in the work, hundreds of hours in therapy. I still carry the memories. I still carry those memories. So I still am able to draw from them and apply them to my character. It's all acting is all about turning your pain into power. So at least even in that moment, while I may not have real closure with the person who hurt me in real life, I'm able to reclaim my power whenever I act. People who belittled me, who trampled on my humanity, who bullied me, at least in my own way as an artist, I'm able to reclaim the power that they took from me. You know?
That's great. That's great to hear. So, alam ko yun, parang outlet ka kasi in acting you get to
Yeah.
project someone or tackle or be in a character, in a persona that you are so completely different from.
Yeah, absolutely.
Diba? That's the
Completely.
magic of it. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, disappearing, and also just stretching my empathy, making room for another human being in my heart, and sort of erasing who I am to some degree so that their emotions, their story, their life could come alive. It's a thrill. It's a real honor.
That's true. That's true. You know what? We've been talking for almost 1 hour. Grabe. Sa sobrang saya ng
Ah,
usapan natin, engaging. I can't believe we've been talking for almost
I
an hour
know.
already. So that means I have to, wrap this up in a little while kasi it's getting late. But the questions keep coming in. Someone is asking here. Sabi mo nga gusto mo intercontinental pero tinatanong niya, ano pa rin na mas pipiliin mo to win a Miss Globe? A crown, a Binibining Pilipinas Globe crown, or Miss Intercontinental from
Jackie,
yeah.
Jackie John Leonora. Hello. Nako, tinanong din po sa akin yan sa screening namin ni Direk Raymond. And honestly, I told them my pretty much verbatim. I said I would be honored with any title you should choose to bestow upon me. absolutely any title. Because as we know, this group is, we throw this term around a lot, but Bardagunan is real. So
Yeah.
I would be so honored, so fortunate, so grateful for any title, because I know that with any crown, I will be able to make a greater impact in the space of mental health awareness and acceptance. So Globe, Intercontinental, MGI, MI, absolute any, please, any. I'll take anything.
Yeah, as long as it's still a crown. Si
Oh,
Nicole Budol nga, di ba, nung solo press ko niya, hindi na ako magiging choosy kahit anong crown. Basta uuwi ako may crown. Di ba?
yeah, yeah,
That's the right mindset. Alam mo yun,
spirit,
regardless whether you, kahit pa
absolutely.
runner-up pa lang yan, even if you place runner-up, it's still a Binibining Pilipinas placement. A placement coming from one of the most prestigious institutions of our country, di ba? So, um, from Proculo, you're so full of wisdom, Miss Stacy.
Oh,
You're
salamat
so
po.
full of wisdom. Yeah. So, as you were talking about the struggles that you had before, so I wonder, for you to be like this, a jolly a jolly fun person, how were you able to get through your uh depressing state early on?
Yeah. I first had to feel the pain. One of my favorite young adult novel authors, John Green, said, "Pain demands to be felt." So we must feel the pain. We must validate the emotion. It's a very human thing to grieve. I was, grieving for my career, grieving for the world was in so much pain. I was, grieving for loved ones I lost to COVID. You're allowed to grieve, and you're allowed to to validate and be present in that emotion. That's the only way over it is the only way to get over it is through it. You have to go through it. So I had to wallow for a couple months. And luckily, I had wonderful support around me. And I went to therapy, which again, luckily, it was accessible to me. And that is why I'm so passionate about democratizing mental health care, because everyone needs this and deserves this, because we all deserve to reach our fullest potential. If I didn't have mental health care, I wouldn't be here speaking to you, joining this pageant, making this impact in my own small way. So, it's an everyday uphill battle. I still struggle with OCD. I still struggle with anxiety, and every day I choose to rise up from my bed and rise above my circumstance, because that's the only way onward and upward, is to continue to bet on yourself and to continue to hold on to hope. Right?
Sorry, pardon for my ignorance, but is there a way for us to cure our being OCD?
Well, I take medication. I take an antidepressant for my anxiety and OCD, and that has been a godsend, an absolute godsend. So, my psychiatrist tells me I could be on it for a year. I could be on it for 2 years, depending on how I react to the medication. So it's definitely long-term treatment. It's not a cure-all. My antidepressant hasn't, in a snap cured all my anxiety, but it is it's a journey. It's a lifelong journey. And I do expect to be on this journey my whole life, but I hope that doesn't, sort of uh, like suck out all the hope, that you have. If there are any mental health warriors watching us tonight, I hope that doesn't, take away from the hope of a light at the end of the tunnel. I hope that only inspires you, because there is help to be had. There is hope to hold on to. And I'm living proof that you could be in the depths of depression and rise up.
Wow. Wow. I'm sure you're gonna be such an inspiration for a lot of people going through the same situations. And I know there will come a day where, where people like you and me can freely discuss this issue in a broader space, in a bigger forum, without being stigmatized in a
Absolutely.
negative way. right?
Absolutely. Yes, yes, absolutely. And that is why I'm here. I told myself when I submitted my application, if I could impact one life, one mental health warrior's life, I will have done my job. So it's an honor. It's an honor to be here.
So paano yan, Stacey? If you win a Binibining Pilipinas crown on
Yes.
July 31, so what happens to your showbiz career? On
I,
hold.
I would hope that that it would be there for me after my reign. I would hope that
I
I have,
suppose so.
yeah, I have forged numerous meaningful deep connections in showbiz, and I know they're in my corner and I have their support. So I would hope to have, I would hope to be able to return to my first love, acting.
Yeah. Feeling ko tataas yung stock mo. Feeling ko ABS will come back to you and offer you a bigger, a bigger movie project. This time siguro leading lady ka na ni Coco Martin. Hindi ka na just a policewoman. 'Di ba? Feeling ko it's a stepping stone. Yeah, no?
Like
'Di ba?
Coco, if you watch.
Yeah, he's such a great actor. You know, natutuwa lang talaga ako talaga sa'yo because you know yourself, even though you've done so many um even if you've gone so many challenges in your life, you still retain that childlike faith that you'll be able to conquer a lot of things. And now
Yeah.
that you're joining Binibining Pilipinas, all the more you get to inspire or widen your reach through your influence. So, for those aspiring beauty queens who are watching this right now, or young girls watching us right now, especially now that, let's face it, beauty pageants are very, nowadays, over the years, have been very debatable. Yet, napansin ko naman, for sure, ikaw rin na, it has been evolving progressively. So, for those people, for those young girls who are watching this, I want to ask you this question. What has changed about it, and why do you feel this year is the exact time for you to be here in the pageant seat and not any time before or after? Kasi di ba you're only 24 years old, you could have
Yes.
probably joined next year, wait it
Yeah.
out first, go back to pursue your acting first, earn more money, and then pursue your pageantry probably a a year from now. So, especially considering pageantry is such a very magastos na endeavor. So,
Ay,
do you
sinabi
get
niyo,
where I'm coming from?
sinabi niyo pa. Opo. Napainom po, napainom po tuloy ng wine si mama.
Mami, out of budget na ba? Charot.
Naku, kaya po nag-accounting eh, kasi medyo ang sakit sa banks. So, Governor, if you're watching, paandar naman po kayo. Charot, charot
Hello,
lang.
Governor. Anong pangalan niya? Governor from
Hi.
Bataan. From Bataan, from Angono, from Cainta, Rizal.
Hi, Gov. Love you, Gov. You know, by the way, my LGU has been absolutely incredible. Hats off to you. I love my LGU. They've been wonderful. But so to answer your question, I I recognize that pageantry's roots are very male gazy. You know, they were, you know, back in the day, they really were engineered for the male gaze. But as you mentioned, it has evolved through the decades. And now we are seeing a pageant space that not only values a woman for her features, for her physical attributes, but for the beauty that is within. It is a space that amplifies women's voices, that allow us to become agents for change, that give us the opportunity to become global ambassadors for whatever cause is near and dear to our hearts. And I'm so delighted to see that the conversation has become much more broad. You know, I'm able to speak about anxiety and OCD and medication. I'm able to speak about my family's prison ministry, reaching out to incarcerated people. And you know, pageant fans don't wince at that. They don't cringe at that. They welcome it. They embrace it because we have evolved. We now welcome these perhaps potentially divisive or heated conversations because we know it is only in sparking conversations that we can spark change. So why now and why not 2 years ago or 2 years from now? I feel as though this entire journey is God orchestrated. To your point, pageantry is very expensive. And I was unemployed for 2.5 years. I lost my job during the pandemic, as many of us did. And I didn't know where I would, with what funds. Pero talagang nakakatindig balahibo po yung bayanihan na-witness ko sa journey ko. Mga ninang at ninong, strangers helped me out. They offered me resources. They sponsored me. I want to shout out a couple. There's so many people, too many to mention, but brands that I've worked with in the past, sponsoring my evening gown, my national costume, just incredible bayanihan. And that to me is divine. That's divine intervention. That I have the provision, I have the resources. And as well, returning to my previous point, a feminist like me could never have stood for the injustices against women that may have existed in pageantry of yore, pageantry of the beginning stages of pageantry. So to be here in the year of our Lord 2022 in a progressive, uplifting, and feminist pageant space it's exactly where I belong.
Well said. You could have never picked a more perfect time than now.
Thank you, Adam.
Congratulations in advance. Feeling ko talaga bubula ang bibig mo sa Q&A. Oh gosh. And I hope luck will be on your side. Yeah. Because let's face it, Binibini is so Q&A laden, especially sa finals night. I feel like it is a final determinant for you to have a crown. No matter how you made so many paandars in your previous activities, but the final clincher will always be the Q&A. I feel like you really stand a huge chance in winning one of the crowns. The same feeling I'm feeling right now is the same feeling I had when Samantha Panlilio would really kill her Q&A on the days leading up to the pageant. Kasi alam mo yung mga tipong, oh my God, makakasagot to sa Q&A. Makakasagot to. So yeah, congratulations in advance. And I forgot to ask kanina about the national costume, the Taho-inspired national costume. I forgot to upload a picture of it here, pero we're so mesmerized by it. Ang simple ng national costume mo, pero markado, it resonates so much to us because we always see Taho. So, how did that come about? Sobrang natuwa kaming lahat kasi hindi namin naisip nga, no? Bakit nga ba hindi natin ginawa yung, wala pa nakakagawa ng Taho inspired national costume?
It was piso sa tenga pasabog.
Yeah, I uploaded it on my. I forgot to upload it here. Was it all your concept? Was it all your brainchild?
Oh my goodness, I was gonna use that phrase brainchild. And I wish I could take credit, but I absolutely cannot. It is the brainchild of my brilliant designer, Erjan de la Serna. He was absolutely incredible. We met in May, and he immediately, from the moment he laid eyes on me, he knew what he wanted to do. And he knew he wanted me to be a street warrior. And that the Taho was just the perfect homage, the perfect ode to our such valiant vendors who are so underrated and underserved and oftentimes go unnoticed. They're unsung heroes. They carry such a heavy load. They do their job in immense heat, in pouring rain, in all sorts of conditions, and they bring warmth to our bellies. They put a smile on our face. So we knew we wanted to pay homage to our Taho warriors. Thank you so much, Urjan. I see your comments. Hi.
Hi, Sir Erjan. Thank you. Thank you for watching. I can't wait to see that in the flesh. Oh my
Yes.
God. Mabigat ba yung national costume? Parang feeling ko caring-caring mo naman dalhin at irampa sa New Frontier
Medyo
next
mabigat
week.
po siya. Lalagyan po namin siya ng pampabigat so it doesn't sway so much. But I'm excited. I'm really, because yung nakita nyo po sa National Costume Photo Exhibit, hindi pa po yun ang final outcome. So meron
Oh!
mga paandar, meron pa po mga pasabog. So,
Oh my God, mamimigay ka ng taho. Charot.
wouldn't that be wonderful? So I'm excited to
Oo, sa
see.
lobby.
Yeah. Oh, Adam, it's like you're reading my mind.
Oh my God, paandar talaga yon. Grabe. Kung hindi ka pa botohin ng mga fans, ay, public voting bang best in national costume, di ba? So, eto, someone is asking from Saint Calvin. Oo nga, yung piso sa tenga din, grabe, gusto ko yon. Grabe, parang ang galing naman. Ang galing. Ang galing ng creativity at talent ninyong dalawa when combined, Sir Urjan. So, last few questions. We've been talking for more than an hour. I need to wrap this up. Naku, baka mabengbang din ako ng aces at pinapagod kita masyado. From Saint, what's from Saint? Hello, ate. Can you give us at least a hint of your pasabogs for the finals, such as the gown? Hey. Are you allowed ba?
Gusto ko yung
Alam mo yung, hehe, try lang. Alam mo yung emoticon na?
I know. Adam, I feel like I'm having my own, like, you know when like Marvel superheroes go on their press tour and the fans like kind of like try to fish for information and they have to like keep their mouth shut. They have to be tight-lipped. I feel like I'm, Scarlett Johansson or something. Like I can't say too much. Let's see. What can I say? What
Caller.
what I can say about my evening gown is I think, I've been a pageant fan all my life, and I think this one is a breath of fresh air. It veers away from what we've seen in recent years. It's got its own flair and flavor to it. It's something that isn't, yeah.
So go ahead. So
yeah.
Go ahead. As you were saying, sorry, I caught you off.
That's fine. But yeah, it isn't a silhouette or even can I say a fabric? Maybe not a fabric, but it isn't a silhouette or an atake that we see a lot of these days. So there's my hint. We drew inspiration from. Sorry, what? Right, even the beadwork is different. Is different from what we're accustomed to. I suppose I can say I drew inspiration from old Hollywood for this one.
Oh, guys, Google nyo na old Hollywood evening gown designs. So for sure, hindi yan sheer, hindi yan nude, hindi yan beaded, hindi yan sparkly. Guys, feeling ko parang simple, malinis na silhouette ang parang isang color lang siya. Tapos billowy, charot.
So there, I think that was a good hint. I hope you're happy, Calvin. I hope you're happy.
Sabi ni Saint, nag-reply na, basta ako super bonggahan mo sa finals, ate. We'll be cheering for you. Give us everything. I think, alam mo, you should really bring your fandom talaga to Araneta on July 31 because that really helps. The cheering squad of the girls, especially who cheers the loudest, the most, feeling ko tends to sway the judges.
Talaga ba? O man,
Ako, oo. Dalhin mo truckloads of buses to Araneta. Kasi nung Miss World Philippines, grabe, Gwen, who eventually won the top title, Miss World Philippines,
Yeah.
uh, brought a lot of people with her. She had the loudest cheering squad, and of course, she performed. Pero
Of
feeling ko
course.
nakatulong yung cheering squad sa kanya. So especially ikaw na parang ang galing-galing mo pa sumagot. Nako, pag pumalakpak yung mga tao, oh my God, all the more parang it might help the judges and probably I don't know, BPCI, especially when it comes to deliberation, charot. Ano lang, o yan, nagbibigay ako ng tip, parang ewan ko lang kung if might work, pero that's how I observe things.
Thank you, thank
So
you. I
much.
appreciate that. Appreciate that. Yeah, for sure.
Michael, she already answered this. Is there a pressure being Binibini number one, being the first Binibini to come out? Yeah, she answered this. You can probably
Yeah, in one sentence, you know, instead of leaning into the pressure, I lean into the excitement, the thrill of it all. That I'm able to set the tone, and to pave the way for my beautiful sisters to come out and do their thing on stage. So I love it. It's such a delight for me.
Diyos ko Lord, na-excite na ako as early as now. So, as my last question, eto na, I need to wrap this
Yes.
up.
Yeah.
There's no doubt that you are really one of the candidates to watch out for in the upcoming finals. So, why do you think you deserve, or why should you be the next Binibining Pilipinas title holder?
You know, I was raised by two strong, empowered, incredible women who taught me that there is enough room for everyone at the top, and that shining a light on another woman does not dim my own light. So if I become Binibining Pilipinas, I will carry that lesson on my journey and ensure that I shine a light on other women, that I uplift their voices, and that I include the women from the most vulnerable communities. I am called to become a change maker and to create a more compassionate, equal, feminist world for the women of tomorrow.
Thank you. Wow. Wow. Guys, pakita niyo naman pag nagsalita siya, no, may impact, may punto, may conviction. She's not mincing words. She's really means everything that she is saying. So, on that note, Stacey, maraming salamat for gracing this interview. There's no doubt talaga na talagang we really have to keep an eye on you between now and July 31. Do not let that momentum slip away from you because everyone's really noticing you. In fact, Sovereign put you at, did you watch her latest vlog? I think she had you in her list.
Adam,
Uh,
I
too.
nearly died. So it's you and the Sovereign. I watched so many of your videos. I mentioned that I reflected on this for a year, right? I reflected on, should I join? Should I dip my toes into the waters? And I watched so much Hey Adam G and so much The Sovereign. So the fact that I'm being interviewed by you and being featured by her in a 24-hour period is absolutely bonkers. It's mind blowing. So thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. It's a tremendous honor. You have such an engaged, warm, loving fan base. So to be here with you and to be given space on your platform, it means a great deal to me. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful.
I'm happy to do this for you, especially if I see the potential talaga of a woman who could really do well in the competition. She really needs to be highlighted. In as much as I also want to highlight the other girls as well. So maraming salamat. That means you've been doing well in the competition. Aces and queens is really handling you very well, training you very well. For us to get you, for us to really get no, for us to notice you right away, especially at this point in time where all the crucial activities are starting to happen one after the other. So good luck on your upcoming participation in the national costume and the fashion show. Tapos I don't know if magkakaroon kayo ng primer or Q&A with Boy Abunda. For sure, you'll definitely ace it because it's also one of the, factors that we consider when every time that we finally put up our final leaderboards in the
Right.
upcoming competition. There's no doubt you'll be part of everyone's list in their top pick. So on
Oh,
that note, Stacey, thank you so much.
Tara.
Sayang, I would have loved to do a sit-down interview with you. Pero sige, next time, once you have the crown on top of your head, we could do a
Oh,
sit-down studio interview with you. Thank you so much, Stacey. So,
Adam.
thank you so much.
So, kung pala rin tayo sa July 31, ikaw ang unang-unang interview ko. Mark my words.
Ay!
My first sit down. I mean, of course, unless we have to do a thing, and it's like contractually obligated. But you will be my first message. You will be the first person.
Thank you so much. Sige. Aasahan ko yan. So, before we leave, can we just engage some of our followers who are still tuning in? Maraming salamat. Wow. For the past hour, hindi bumitaw yung 100 followers, yung 100 people who are watching us right now. Thank you for putting up until the very last minute. Mic drop, sabi ni Zierlands. Wow, AJ, sabi ni AJ. Yes, there will be a part 2 in case she wins.
Oh my goodness.
Ate Beth is saying, good speaker. Ganda ng smile niya talaga. Very queenly. A lot of, who else? Ang dami. Sorry guys, I couldn't pa, but very feisty, smart queen. Who else? Basta ate, super bongga, genuine, smart, feisty queen. Pa-shout out naman po from John Michael. Yeah.
Pero, hi John Michael. Hi DM.
Team Kaintarisa, let's go. Yeah, so yes, you will own the Q&A part. Stacey is a real well-spoken with real thoughts. Yeah, true. Hindi scripted.
Thank you, John.
Let's try to engage some of them. Eloquent, sure winner na, Jean Colejo. Shout, nakakaloka, mapapanganga ka na lang talaga kay Stacey. There ends it.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
You don't have to thank me for this. It's because of you. It's because of your hard work, your determination, your bravery, your courage to inspire a lot of people by finally joining your first ever national pageant this year. Mabuhay ka, Stacey. Congratulations in advance, and I can't wait for more of your pasabogs in the next few weeks. Parade of Beauties, national costume. I can't wait to see your Taho-inspired national costume in the flesh. Guys, punta tayo. If you guys haven't bought your tickets yet, buy na kayo with only 1 week left to go. Diba? And advance happy birthday. When is your birthday?
Mom, advance happy birthday daw from Joff Madrilejo. Oh my God. My mom's birthday is on, baka daw ex niya yan. Joff, kayo ba ng mama ko nung araw? Birthday.
Truly a pageant unicorn. True yan. I agree. Very crown material. Extend my greetings to your mom, Stacey. Jeff is saying, I don't know kung kamag-anak mo to, from Angel Gabriel. Thank you, BB1. So, mag-iipon na po ako ng pera pang lower backs to cheer you. Diba? Maraming salamat again. Ate Beth, thank you for watching. Happy birthday, tita, sabi niya. Miss Christine, thank you so much. There ends it.
Miss Mama.
I already DM'd your IG, sabi ni Jeff. So,
oh my God. Ma, ito na ba
ang genuine talaga.
Ang future mo? Joff, ikaw ba ang future daddy ko?
Jeff face reveal na siya. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I've had a brilliant 1 hour getting to know you in this interview. Parang feeling ko your stock rose after this interview because of your caliber as a contestant. I think not only are you beautiful, but you are really a very smart and confident woman capable of achieving so many things for herself. Thank you so much again. And send my regards to Tita over there at the background. Maraming salamat sa iyo. Virtual hugs and kisses all the way from my office here in Cubao. Mwah! Bye! And see you Sunday!
See you soon. Mwah. Thank you, everybody.
Bye!
Bye, you guys.